So, it's the summer solstice, June 20th. Got the sun to my back. Sun, I'd say the sun's about an hour from going down and about 2 or 3 hours from actually being dark out. Moon will come up directly over there. Like if the sun was at 12, the moon will come up at 6. Jesus, flat earthers, man. Days of flat earthers' lives now. It's fucking insane. So many people just can't get along. One person's smart, 10 people are stupid. Get 10 people in a room together, all with different thoughts and ideas, probably won't make it work. It's like people look for leaders with anything, with everything, and that's because that's the dynamic. There's leaders and there's followers. That's the dynamic of the world that we've set up here. So people naturally are looking for a leader. They're looking for somebody to take charge. They're looking for somebody to like stand behind and say, okay, we're gonna go with this person's idea. The bottom line is that's just a person. That's just another person, just like you. Just like you. You know what I used to say? I used to say, astronauts are the most badass people there is. That's what I used to say. Because I'm like, man, for somebody to just go strap themselves in a tin can like that, right? Cruise around in some vacuum of space when you got all this dangerous stuff going on. Plus, in the midst of all that, you got to be able to think, really, really well calculate. You got to be super smart. I'm like, man, where do these people come from, right? Albert Einstein and Stephen Hawking. I got one for you. Some people say Stephen Hawking is just a guy with Lou Gehrig's disease, right? Take a look at some of his, his video where he's like talking or whatever, through his machine. His hands don't move. They say somehow he articulates his thoughts onto that thing. Now, what's funny is how the hell was he making that thing talk for the past fucking 20 years? Because they just said, we just came out with a new thing that we can put on Stephen Hawking's head and it'll read his thoughts. Read his thoughts. Okay, now I think that's total bullshit, right? I don't even think, but if it is, if they do come up with something like that, game over, done deal. They can read your thoughts. And hey, they're coming up with something so they can read fucking Stephen Hawking's thoughts. Why? Because he's just so smart. All the theories that he comes up with. Einstein, Stephen Hawking, I'm sure they were both brilliant guys or whatever, but even Einstein will tell you fucking he wasn't the smartest person in the world or whatever. Nikola Tesla was. Einstein was partially a fucking fraud, Aside from any provable science that he had to do with, all his little theories, writing shit on chalkboards. Stephen Hawking, somebody's just typing words in. The dude's in a wheelchair all messed up just saying, why do they bring me to these conferences where everybody claps for me? He guy probably don't even know what the hell's going on. So you start wondering what technology do they have and what technology fucking is completely impossible. It makes no sense. When Mars rover signals. Oh yeah. The ISS, somebody lost a tool bag the size of a fucking backpack, right? And it burned up in the atmosphere. They were tracking it along with thousands of other objects close to that size or bigger. So they can track all those objects around the globe 24/7, but they can't keep track of the fucking Malaysia planes and the other planes that go missing. Bullshit. I call bullshit. And I'm calling bullshit on this fucking flat earth movement too. You know what? The more and more I look into it, the more and more I just feel like shit. I think all I really did was just register myself into a database to be one of the very first people that get rounded up during the New World Order change, when the New World Order comes and takes over our world. Why not? I mean, we provide a profile for them. We tell them exactly who we are, where we are, Do you know that the pictures that you take on a digital phone or a camera or whatever, that those pictures have encoded with them GPS coordinates? So they know exactly where the picture is taken, any picture that you post or have on your device. So, there's that. They give us devices with free phone calls, countrywide free phone calls, right? Like, why? Why would they do that, again, if it didn't benefit them? Facebook, you log into Facebook, you give them a full profile on yourself. They don't even have to do it. You do it for them. Right in the database. And the way I see it, I'm already in the database. All you guys are in the database, all of us. So one way or the other, we've been duped to a point. We've been duped, but it's like we're using their machine right now. I'm talking to you guys on their machine. This wouldn't be happening if they didn't want it to happen. So the idea of keeping people oppressed, what if the numbers are this small? Well, then they got nothing to worry about. But I believe even if the numbers started to grow, lots of us would just start disappearing. And it wouldn't be hard. We're worldwide. We're not even nationwide. Some of the fucking same rules don't apply. Rules that apply in my country might not apply in your country. Peace to all. Shoot the moon, you guys. Shoot the moon, please. Moon's going to be up here in the East Coast in a few hours. It's not up already. No, it can't be. It's going to be a full moon. Full moon. Full. Anyways. Rock on. Peace to all.